Alright, in this video we just want to talk about the volume of a pyramid. Okay, so what is a pyramid? So as you can see, what we have here is, let me just complete it. Yeah, what we have is now a complete pyramid. Okay, so you've got a base. um, so a base can be a triangle, can be any shape of your choice. Now when you try to look at it, the volume is going to be 1/3 multiplied by the base area, and then multiply by the height. And then I've tried to show inside to say at the center of the base there is a perpendicular height, okay, perpendicular to the base, going up to the top surface of a pyramid. Okay, now that perpendicular height multiplied by the base area, and this formula basically applies to a triangular base, a rectangular base, and a square base. So basically the base area for, of course, a rectangle, it's LB. For a triangle, you know how to find the area of a triangle, right? Depending on what it is. So if it's a right angle triangle, it's FBH. And of course, if you have a square, it's going to be L squared. So the formula in between there differs, but basically this is just the formula. Just if you know this, you know how to find the area of the bases, right? Okay, so now that we know how to determine the volume, I think I need just to mention to say the reason why it's 1/3 is because a pyramid kind of like forms, if you are to divide a complete shape, for example a cuboid or a cube, if you try to cut out this from a complete one, of course that would be in a case where we're trying to complete it like this, right? Okay, so you'd actually notice something interesting to say. It's actually, a pyramid is like 1/3. If you divide that full shape into 3 segments, a pyramid will form 1/3 of it, and that's why this formula comes about. Okay, so the other kind of a question that they usually like asking about when it comes to pyramid, they would usually ask you to determine they would ask you to determine what? They would give you, yeah, they would ask you to determine the height. Okay, how high it is from the peak of the pyramid up until the, yeah, in short, the length of the height inside there. So if they give you, let's assume this is a rectangular one, and then you are told this is 8, this is 6, maybe centimeters, and then they give you the slant height is maybe 10. So if I ask you to find the height, how do you go about it? So it's as simple as you understanding and coming up with a very simple triangle, right? So if you draw a line from the center, let's say to this edge, right? So one thing that you're going to notice is moving from the center going to this side is the half of this, right? So that would imply this is 3 because it's half of 6, and then the slant height, it becomes the longest side, so it's 10, because even here we can still draw that same slant height. Let me just draw it for you. So the way it would come out would be this way, like this. So you're forming now a triangle there. So the triangle that is being formed is something like this. This is the height perpendicular to the base, and then the slant height is there, and then this is half of the base in the width. Okay, so what values we have, this is 3, the slant height is 10, and then the height is what you're finding. So from Pythagoras theorem, you know that the difference of 10 squared minus 3 squared will give you the height, and that's basically what you need to understand about the volume of a pyramid. And maybe just out of practice, try finding the volume of this pyramid given the details that I've just given you, and give us your answer in the comment section below.